Welcome to NEXTGames Ambuscade series, July 2024 against Lizards. Now the last time we saw this run was nearly 3 years ago, but be glad that it's back as it's a great month to get easy hallmarks if you're either a returning player or a well-geared player. With the proper trust selection, wins should take in the 2 to 5 minute range regardless of gearing. Let's get into what's involved in a successful run this month. First, let's talk about key item acquisition. Now this is a more challenging month than most for the key item, as experience-yielding lizards aren't often found easily around home points. Now the best place I've found to go is to use the Waypoint Warp to Moramar Basalt Fields Bivouac number 1, where you can head in any direction and find many lizards. You can also use the Survival Guide Warp to get to Cape Terrigan to find some lizards nearby. Now if you have another easy-to-get-to location to find 3 experience-yielding lizards, please share that down in the comments. Now, onto the run itself. Now this month's run, on the very difficult level, will get you up against 3 swarming Efts and 3 swarming lizards. Now each time you kill one of these enemies, the opposing group will get stronger through the use of the abilities of Band Together and Formation Fracture. Now exactly what these abilities do is unknown, but in my test, if you kill the 3 Eft first or the 3 lizards first while ignoring the other group, you're going to have a much tougher run than if you alternate groups and your kills. Now the example you're seeing right now is showing you what happens when you try and take out all of one group of mobs while ignoring the other. Now as you will see, Valnariel is barely able to stay alive and the run is in jeopardy. Now if you simply alternate the mob kills, as you see me doing in the rest of my battle examples, you will have a much easier run and rarely be at risk regardless of gearing. Now one of the main keys this month is to use Valnariel, who is the ideal tank for this run. He will always start with a large AoE weapon skill that will get hate on all the enemies, and he normally is able to fairly easily cape hate on all of them for the duration of the run, while you spend your time taking them out one at a time. Now the use of 1 or 2 trust to make sure that your haste capped, and then the use of healing trust in those last 2 slots to keep Valnariel alive are also key. Now Yoran Oran and Monborough are ideal healers here, but as you see in my second example, Kupipi and Yoran Oran will also work just fine. Now you want to be sure to note not to take too much time when switching between enemies this month, as that is the most vulnerable time for your tank, since you will not be getting cured until after your first round of attacks goes off on the newly engaged enemy. Now other than that, it's just a matter of getting your damage in as efficiently as possible this month for the job that you're on. Due to this, I provided 4 battle examples to give you an idea of how to get through this month's run in different situations. Now in the first example that you just saw, I used my ninja to just tear through the mobs with skill chains, magic burst, and hybrid weapon skills. Keep in mind that you can light skill chain off of Valnariel's AoE weapon skills, so look out for those opportunities. Now if you have a job that is capable of strong AoE weapon skills, that is also an option, but in my test on Ninja and on Dragoon, my AoE attempts took me about a minute longer than my single target attempts, so know that it's not always going to be the fastest way to take on your run. Right now, you're seeing me take on this month's run with my ninja. Now my ninja is using Ambuscade Gear and weapons only, and I'm not allowing myself any gear swaps, so I'm in that Ambuscade Gear for the duration of the run. I'm also not using any add-ons or plugins, and I'm just using easy to obtain trust, so I swapped in Kupipi for Monborough. Now this should provide about as close of example as I can get to a returning player who is not using any of today's common tools. Now in this example, the battle does end up taking me nearly twice as long as with my well-geared ninja, but you will notice that at no time am I in any danger or am I trust in any danger, and the run itself goes off without issue. Now after this run, you will see my red mage take this month's run on, getting damage in by way of end spell damage with my Crescia and my newly obtained Kraken Club that finally dropped. Now in the last example, you're going to see me take my Dragoon in and tear through all of these lizards using basic 2-step skill chains. Now that's about all I have to share for this month's run. I hope you found that helpful and that you enjoy the rest of the runs. Have a great month, everyone.